NBA Friday is presented by State Farm. As we welcome you to San Francisco for a matchup of two Western Conference playoff hopefuls featuring two of the greatest players of all time as the Golden State Warriors host the Phoenix Suns at Chase Center, home to the All-Star game in 2 weeks. Former teammates who won 2 NBA titles together and Olympic gold, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, reunite as opponents in an important game for both teams trying to climb the standings and avoid the play-in tournament. Just 4 games in the loss column separate 4 from 11 after a big Denver win on the road in Philadelphia, which you just saw here on ESPN. Dallas loses, so technically Phoenix right now ahead of the Mavs in the standings in the 8th spot. Dave Pasch, Bob Myers. We'll check in with George Sedano here in a little bit. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant are 2 of the oldest players in the NBA, Bob, but they're still 2 of the best, and you know them well. You're around both guys day in, day out for many years. What makes them special?
Dave, for one, they love playing the game of basketball. They respect the game of basketball. More important than that, they do the work. You see the game, you turn it on, you go to a game, you see the talent. Behind the scenes, these guys are practicing their craft before practice, after practice, and this is the result. To be able to do it this well at this age, efficiently putting up huge numbers. This guy, Steph Curry, big win the other night here against Oklahoma City. He's always been able to do this, that mid-range. The shot has never left him, and probably never will. The three-point shot there, you cannot get behind him, you can't go under him. And he's the weapon, he's the engine for this Golden State Warriors team. And then Kevin Durant, a little bit older than Curry, not by much, still able to get up, still able to do that. But this is his bread and butter right here, this mid-range shot, one of the most unstoppable shots in the game of basketball. He's led the league for the last 5 years doing it. Should be a tremendous matchup. Appreciate what we're seeing tonight, Dave, because we're not going to get to see these two battle too much longer, so enjoy it. I certainly will.
Here's 17 for Durant, 16 for Curry, both 36 years of age. Our starting lineups brought to you by Icy Hot. The Suns at 24 and 22. They have a new starting center as of 2 weeks ago. They acquired Nick Richards from Charlotte. And so Yusuf Nurkic out of the rotation. Tyus Jones will start on Steph Curry. A new starter at center for the Warriors as of last game. Quentin Post, rookie out of Boston College. He started in a win over Oklahoma City and gets the nod again tonight. No Draymond Green for the 7th straight game, but he is closer to a return. Opening quarter for the home team. Of the 22 Phoenix points.
Again, this guy, they want him taking more threes. This is why they want him taking more threes. And the passing ahead to Booker. Phoenix getting out on the break.
All you gotta do is get in with me. Only pay to get in the club. They know I'm a walking tick. I'm present.
Smooth end to that first quarter on either side.
Oh, boy.
The Lakers taking on the Knicks. Coverage starting NBA Countdown, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Are you a believer in the Lakers? The deadline is in less than a week. Do they need to make a big move for them to take the next step and truly challenge? Bradley Beal with 7 points. A good start for him to the second quarter. Our Star Watch brought to you by T-Mobile. 3 glorious seasons for Kevin Durant in a Golden State uniform. 2 championships, the injury and the defeat also in the 2019 finals to Toronto. Finals MVP in 17 and 18. An incredibly efficient Warriors team, outstanding defensive team. Bob, for whatever reason, sometimes you put stars together and it doesn't work. You can make the case it hasn't worked in Phoenix, at least not yet. Why did it work for you guys here at Golden State?
Interestingly, Dave, the picture before that picture is why it worked, in my opinion. Clearly, Curry, Durant, Clay, we know who they are. What they're doing, pushing tempo. Here it is, Booker with a great catch. Thought he was going to lay it in himself, but a quick whip pass to Grayson Allen. Corner 3, all net. The energy, the pace of the Golden State Warriors, and Buddy Hield's been doing this for a long time.
Philly, followed by Memphis and Milwaukee. Memphis right now 1 game behind Houston for the 2 spot in the West. Oklahoma City with a healthy lead, 6 games over everybody else. And then you look 4 through 11 in the West. More, all the highlights of the early games, including Denver and Philly. Also get you updated on all the games going on right now. We'll look back at the first half here in San Fran with Phoenix leading 62-51 over the Warriors at the break. Welcome back to NBA Friday, presented by State Farm. The Phoenix Suns lead the Warriors by 11 as we get ready to start the second half. Our first half stats brought to you by Rinvoq. Bradley Beal had 9 points in that second quarter, but he was the 4th leading scorer. Booker 17 and 7. Grayson Allen with 11 off the bench. Durant 10. 9 of those came in the first quarter. Dave Pasch, Bob Myers, and George Sedano. Devin Booker may not be an all-star this year, but he's still one of the best offensive players in the NBA. We saw that in full display in the first half as you look at our Fly Better moments brought to you by Emirates.
It is 7 straight seasons averaging 25 or more points, and the elite scorer. Always been a great shooter. Here he's been known to make this mid-range shot. Very, very good at that. One of the best in the league. But the passing, 25 points and 5 assists. That'll be the 5th career season for him to do that, and it's really important. He's not just doing it for himself, he's helping his teammates out. And there finishes on that break. The Suns trying to pull away here, up 18, 8:32 to go in the third.
Lead for Durant and the Suns, despite KD only 1 point since the first quarter.
Again, we were talking about Durant being a little bit quiet until he decides to get it going here. 3 3-pointers in the last minute. 19-point lead for the Suns.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tomorrow night on ABC, our NBA Saturday primetime game, the Lakers and the Knicks from Madison Square Garden. NBA Countdown starts us off 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
And just build some separation, get into the top 4, and 5 days from now, we're going to find the answer.
Well, Kevin Durant owned the first quarter. He had 9 points, hit a couple threes. He had a great third quarter, and in between, he had a trash-talking match with the legendary Peyton. Durant, 5 3-pointers, 19 points for the game. He's hit 4 or more threes in 5 straight games. That's a career high, and the best by a Phoenix Sun. 9 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 3 from 3. As the Suns are rolling here in San Francisco. Voted or chosen by the coaches as an all-star, but he's still one of the best players in the NBA, and we saw that tonight. 31 points, 11 assists, just 2 turnovers, and a Phoenix 130-105 win over Golden State. For Bob Myers, George Sedano, Dave Pasch saying so long from San Francisco. NBA highlights, Super Bowl preview, WNBA news as well coming up with Stan and Linda Sports Center next after a Suns big win in San Francisco.